Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Namaskar. Welcome to Hinduism in Focus. We have been talking a lot of the Ramayana. We shall go a little in general terms to talk about the Ramayana story. In the Ramayana, and we want to give a little introduction of the characters of the Ramayana and what it teaches. The Ramayana is the first epic poem in classical Sanskrit. Sage Valmiki, he describes the greatness of the life, character, and historical deeds of Sri Rama. Truth and duty were his watchwords, that is Rama's. He was great in prosperity as well in adversity. Sita, his consort, was perfect womanhood. Lakshman and Bharata were ideal and devoted brothers. Hanuman was a type of duty which a servant and a devotee owes to his master and object of devotion. Ravana stands out as an example of indomitable courage and force of character, which was directed more towards personal gratification than towards the protection of virtue, and thus these brought about the ruin of his kingdom and his family also. Using the story written by Valmiki, later writers also documented the life of Sri Rama, either wholly or partially. The poet Bhasha, for example, wrote the Pratima and Abhisheka Ramayana. Then there was Kalidasa, wrote the Raghuvansha Ramayana, and Bhavabhuti wrote the Mahavira Charita and the Uttara Rama Charita. There were other works on the story of Sri Rama, like the Champu Ramayana and the Adhyatma Ramayana. All of these are in Sanskrit, however. There are other versions of the Ramayana in different languages, like Kritivasi Ramayana in Bengali, Kamban Ramayana in Tamil, Ranganath and Bhaskar Ramayana in Telugu languages, and Bhavartha Ramayana in Marathi. Goswami Tulsidas wrote the story of Sri Rama in year 1574 in Awadhi, the language of Awadpuri at the time, and his work is called the Ramacharitamanasa. He has stated his ambition for writing in the following words. At the beginning of the Ramayana, Tulsidas has written, Nana Purana Nigam Agam Sammatam Yad Ramayanena Nigaditam Kvachid Anyatopi Swanta Sukhaya Tulasi Raghunatha Gatha Bhasha Nibandham Ati Manjula Mata Noti. In accordance with the Vedas, the Agamas, and other ancient texts, the Puranas, and with what had been told in the Ramayana of Valmiki, Tulsidas says, I, for the delight of my own soul, I have composed this work in the language of the people. And his aim in writing, what he says, what is his aim? Karana Chahau Raghupati Guna Gawa. I wish to recount the story of the virtues of Sri Rama. Tulsidas' mission, therefore, was to bring home to the masses the religion of the Vedas through the life of Sri Rama, and in the common language of the people. He himself has said so. Ehi mahu raghupati nama udara ati pavana purana shrutisara bhaniti vichitra sukha vikrita jo Rama nama bin so in a soul. It contains the gracious name of Rama, very pure, the essence of the Vedas and all ancient texts, the most admirable composition of the most talented poet, has no real beauty without the name of Rama. Thus has written Tulsidas. But the story of the Ramayana is thousands of years old. How was it kept alive unto today? It was transmitted in different ages by different Mahatmas, great and insightful souls, firstly by Shiva to Parvati, and then Shiva to Kaka Bhushundi, because Shiva knew him to be Rama's ardent devotee, and therefore worthy of receiving such a gift of the story of Rama. It is written, Shambhu kinha yaha charita suhava, bahuri kripa kare omahi sunava. Next, Shiva imparted the Rama Katha to the great sage Yajnavalkya, who in turn gave it to Bharadwaja. Tulsidas says that he, in his younger days, first heard the Katha from his Guru, thus handed down from generation to generation. This great story of Rama has been kept alive, and today, through the mighty pen of Tulsidas, we in this age have the blessed opportunity to read and hear of it. Bhagwan Sri Krishna in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita tells us of this ancient tradition of transmitting teachers from the guru to pupil, from teachers to pupil. Sa evayam maya tedhya yoga prokta paratanaha bhakto asi me sakha cheti rahasyam hetur uttamam. Because you are my devotee and my friend, I declare to you this day this ancient teaching. This is a great secret. So Parvati, Yajnavalkya, Bharadwajya, Kagbhushundi, Valmiki, and Tulsidas were worthy recipients of the revelation of this Rama Katha. They were all devotees and friends of the Lord. You know, revelation is never closed. So long as our heart has qualities of devotion and friendship, God will disclose His secrets to us. This divine communication is possible wherever and whenever we have sincerity of purpose and a sense of need. Religious revelation is not a past event. It continues to happen. Look at Tulsidas. He received it through his guru in this present millennium, in this very age. And in his inimitable style, he writes on the merit of the Ramayana. Mangala karani kali manglaharani tulsi katha raghunath ki gati kor kabita sarita ki jyo sarita pavan pata ki. The Ramacharitmanas is a lake of merit that destroys all defilements, evil, and ever blesses the soul, granting wisdom and faith, and washes away the filth of ignorance and illusion by its pure, clear waters, brimful with love. Those who plunge with faith into it are never burnt by the scorching rays of the sons of birth, or by the sun of birth and death. This is a claim that no critic has been able to refute. So firm is Tulsidas' belief in the nobility and the relevance of the message from each and every act performed by Tulsidas Rama. Holy and never-ending evidence of unimaginable compassion appears here and there, and out of every manifestation of his invincible power, oceans of eternal delight pour forth from the life and the teaching and the works and acts of Tulsidas Rama. So this magnificent epic, the Tulsi Krit Ramayana, reveals Tulsidas as a saint poet thirsty for Rama's favor and eager to discover his essence. A poet, Tulsidas yearning for a drop of that billowing ocean of the Lord's endless mercy, and a votary waiting, a devotee waiting a sprinkling from the depth of his Master's sovereign and all-powerful glory. Such is the faith of Tulsidas in his Rama, and such is the greatness of his work, the Tulsi Krit Ramayana, which seeks to transmit the essence and the spirit of that faith and that love of Sri Rama. May that spirit catch us within our heart and inspire us towards the faith of that Almighty God, Sri Ramchandra Bhagwan. Bless us to the path that leads towards our wants and goals in life. Please join us tomorrow once more for same time, same channel for another in this discussion on Hinduism in Focus. Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om.